Story time on how my stylist canceled on me the night before my hair appointment after I just drove 3 hours from my college to get my hair done that next day. Just want to start this off by saying, like, I made this appointment damn near like a month ago, to be honest. And when I booked initially, like when I went to her before, so that would have been my second time going to her if I did decide to still go after the situation. And she played too. She was on some bullshit too. But I still cause she does hair good, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everything happens for a reason. But yeah, so basically what happened was she still hadn't sent like the confirmation text. And my appointment was on Friday. This was Thursday night. Mind you, I had just taken out my hair already. Like, my hair's already out. So then I get a text. This is around like 9:30, 9:40. Talking about something. Hey, boo, I have an emergency. Can you come Monday morning? Bitch, Monday morning? What the fuck you mean Monday morning? My appointment's Friday. How the fuck you gonna try to reschedule me for Monday morning? No, baby. I need to get my hair done tomorrow, Friday, the day of my appointment. I just drove 3 fucking hours. What the hell? Like, no, bro. I was heated, y'all. And I'm like, is there any way you can do my hair this weekend? Because that's what my appointment was booked for. And like, I explained that I just drove 3 hours from my school to get my hair done. And she's like, you can do Saturday morning, Saturday. Can you do Saturday at 10:30? And I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. Because at this point, I need my hair done. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I leave, I just took my hair out. I don't want to not go back to school with my hair not done. Then she's like, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then I'm like, so is my service going to be discounted now? As I should, because, like, you just completely inconvenienced me. And I basically tell her, like, you know, I had plans Friday that I no longer can attend to because I just took out my hair. I don't know how to do my hair, babes. Why do you think I'm coming to you? Like, now my plans are messed up. I was counting on you. Like, what? And she's like, if it's discounted, you'll have to come, if it's discounted, you'll have to come shampooed. Girl, that's not no fucking discount. Like, am I lost, y'all? Am I the lost one? Girl, that's not a fucking discount. You're further inconveniencing me, bro. Talking about some I need to come shampoo. Girl, that's not a fucking discount. And what's up with these fucking hairstylists not shampooing hair? How the fuck can you even do hair on somebody and they're not even shampooed? How does that work? Somebody explain that shit to me. But that's another thing for another day. So I'm like, at this point, I've been looking for new stylists to do my hair, to try to find somebody else. Because at this point, I'm irritated. I don't even want to sit in your chair. Like, if you're not going to give me any money off, and then you're telling me I need to come, what's it called already? Shampooed already? Like, I'm irritated as fuck. So, I'm looking around to see if I can find somebody else. And luckily, I did end up finding somebody. My mom sent the SOS in her girlfriend's chat. And my aunties, they came through for your girl, okay? They found somebody for me who had availability for Saturday morning. So I went ahead and I booked it. So I go back and I text the hairstylist. I'm like, yeah, I said I found somebody else to do my hair. Can you send me my deposit back? She's like, okay. Then she texts back again talking about something. I was just going to tell you that 11:55 just opened up but I'll refund you your deposit through the site. Girl, mind y'all. My appointment was for 1:15 on Friday. If you're telling me 11:55 just opened up, you would still be doing my hair. Babe. What type of fucking emergency do you got? Bitch, like, I'm pissed. And my hair's already done, but it's just like, nobody wants to be played with, y'all. My deposit still has not been sent back. Apparently, she's saying that it takes 5 to 7 days for the refund to be issued, which is cool. But it's just like, girl, I feel like after me explaining the situation, for good customer service, you could have just cashed at me, Apple Pay me, something. Because, like, I just explained to you the situation. Like, you need to be doing something, babes. That's how I feel. You need to be doing something about this shit. But yeah, y'all, all I'm gonna say is these DMV little stylists, bro, they cannot. I'm like tired. I'm tired of giving my money to their asses. I'm tired of this shit. And I'm thinking, since it's a salon, it'll be a better experience. No, bro, this shit is ass, bro. Everybody's unprofessional. Everybody's unfucking professional. Like, it's just like, what the fuck? How do y'all expect to even have clients? It's about to be a recession, baby. I hope that shitty ass customer service keeps your business flowing in a recession, boo. Cause the hell, this shit is ridiculous, y'all. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But yeah, I'm not gonna say who it is because I just feel like that's messy. I'm not gonna say who it is, but some people already know who it is. If y'all want to say who it is, shit, go ahead, be my guest. But I'm not gonna say who it is because I just feel like that's too much. I don't want to say who it is because I'm just like, you know what? I already got my hair done. If I wasn't able to find nobody to do my hair and I was on here without my hair done, I would have said who it was. Because at that point, girl, you done played. You played as fuck. She already done played, but like at that point, she really would have played. Like, really would have played. And at that point, it's like, okay, you could say who the fuck it is. But since that's not the case, you know, I'm gonna keep it cute. I'm not finna say who it is. I don't want to blast nobody on the internet. That shit's, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that. But I did want to come and give a story time because I told y'all that my appointment was canceled. But anyways, these are my bundles, raw Indian curly, that I'm gonna be launching soon. So stay tuned for that, y'all. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Okay, so I'm currently sitting waiting to get my hair braided. I have 1 minute until I'm technically allowed inside. I am hood adjacent. Okay. And I mean that's where you go to get some good hair braided. Okay, so I'm praying it goes well. This is my first time seeing this girl. But I mean there's a late fee if you're late. But I can't walk in 5 minutes early. And I'm a hairstylist, so I understand if somebody walks in 30 minutes early, 15 minutes early, sometimes that's annoying. But my appointment's at 4:30. At 4:25, I text her, like, which door should I walk in? Because I don't see a number. And she goes, the address is on the door, but you can't come in until 4:30. The address is on the door in black fucking Sharpie, so I couldn't see it. It's like, girl, if you hate doing this, just say that. And, like, maybe don't do it. But I guess we'll see how my braids go. I'm shocked that she had a 4:30 appointment because it usually takes a long time to braid my hair. I guess I'll check back later, but I'm already a little nervous. I'm like, damn. But I brought snacks. I brought water. I came prepared. I will put my AirPods in if need be, but I just would like to feel embraced by my fellow black hairstylists. Like, it's like, girl, let's be happy that we're doing this if we enjoy doing it. Okay, quick update. I have no braids. I've never filmed a TikTok on my way to a hair appointment before. I must have known that something was going to be wrong. But I walked in after telling her that I was there 5 minutes beforehand, and she told me I could not come in until 4:30. I walk in at 4:30, and it's 2 people braiding someone's hair, and they all are staring at me. In their pajamas, by the way. Staring at me. It's an empty salon and 1 chair with a ring light. I said, you've got to be fucking joking. And then there's half-eaten tacos on the table that I'm supposed to be sitting at waiting. And no one says hello to me. No one says anything. And I just sit down, I guess. And then all of them are talking. This is the worst part. They start talking about how they would beat someone up who walked in without knocking. Now, I just walked into this establishment at my appointment time, like instructed, without knocking, because this isn't someone's home. Like, what? And so I'm sitting there like, they can't be talking about me. I'm sitting right here. They can't be talking about me. And no one says anything. And again, I have to be prompt, on time. And I'm waiting there 20 minutes. watching her do someone else's fucking braids. And I'm like, okay. So I start texting my friend, because I'm a hairstylist. I'm texting my friend, my very good friend, who is my boss. She owns the salon. And I'm like, I feel uncomfortable. I think I'm going to leave. Like, I think I'm going to leave. And I sat there for another 10 minutes being like, they started talking about gay people. They started talking about, you know, the north side of Chicago and how there's too many gay people there. And then I was like, okay, I really have to go. So I was like, what is my excuse? Like, what am I going to say to leave here? Because now I feel unsafe. You guys are talking about beating up somebody who would just walk in the door. And I just walked in the door. Guys, what? And so I brought this big bag of snacks, because if you know, at a hair appointment, that's going to take a long time. And I was like, I'm gonna go put this in my car. No one says anything to me. I walk out, I get in my car, and I drive off. Because I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Like, what? And then 15 minutes later, I get a text. Hey, I'm ready for you. Ooh. Hey, I'm ready for you. I'm on the highway. I'm like, well, I ain't ready for you. No. And I never will be. So I just texted her and I said, unfortunately, I felt really uncomfortable, so I left. I paid $35 for a deposit, so I was like, keep my fucking $35. I don't care. But she texted me back and said, I'm sorry you felt that way, but the way that you opened the door was just really aggressive. And so for my own safety, I just felt really unsafe. So you were talking about beating up a bitch that opened your door to your salon. And keep in mind, again, I'm going to this business. I want to support this business. It looked cute online. It looked whatever. But it was so... I'm trying not to be mean. It's not my fault your door is broken. It's not my fault the door swung open when I opened it. And if you don't want somebody to open your fucking door, then don't tell them to come in to your salon. I'm so confused. So I'm just like, hey, I'm also a hairstylist. So I understand, kind of. But I would never make someone feel the way that you just made me feel. So I was like, the braids aren't worth it to feel unsafe getting my fucking hair done. Sorry. But I was like, I wish you well. She was trying to say, you swung it open. Even the client was like, blah, blah, blah. Like, she loved her hair, though. So if it's not worth it to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm done arguing with you. I wish you well. But I was like, I will be telling everyone I know to never come to you. Because what the fuck? I didn't say that. But she's still texting me. She's texting me right now. My work is great. My service is for everyone. You literally made all three of us uncomfortable. Oh, I made all three of you uncomfortable by walking into your salon? When you told me to. I'm not going to put her name in here just because it's not about that. But I've just never had a worse experience. And stuff like this, as a Black woman, as a hairstylist, pisses me off because there is a stereotype about us that is this. And the amount of times that this kind of shit has happened, not this exactly, this is extreme, but like let free ourselves from this. Like, seriously? The pajamas was one thing. I will go to the hood to get my hair done. That's where I just fucking was. But to talk about the gay people, like, I'm an ally. Sorry, you cannot say that shit around me. And then I'm going to pay you. And then to talk about beating me up, hey, right in front of me, and then you think I'm about to let you do my hair? Oh, no. So, needless to say, I'm really glad that I listened to my gut. As soon as I walked in there, I was like, I hate this. And apparently I swung the door open. I said, girl, I can't control how your door opens. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I know I'm done texting you. So I say all this to say, fellow hairstylists, if your client is scheduled at 4:30 p.m. and they walk in at 4:30 p.m., is that going to make you uncomfortable? Just a question. So this is the only way anyone will be finding out who exactly she is, because I wouldn't put it past her, to be quite honest. But I did not make that video to tear down other Black hairstylists. I made that video to uplift and speak for Black women who just want a nice service, who want to connect with their hairstylist, who don't want to feel like they're intruding on someone by paying them to do their hair. And I wanted to find spaces like that, and I want to create spaces like that Obviously, I was venting, and I'm still fucking mad about it. She made me feel real uncomfy for no reason. But that does not mean that I am going to participate in actively naming her and taking money from her, if anyone, you know. But I do understand not wanting to go to her. And I understand women being all in the comments being like, I don't want to go to her. I don't want to have that experience. Please let me know. I'm not naming her salon, but I will say that if you took a drive through Bronzeville, Chicago, and you come across the door with the fucking numbers written in Sharpie, it's 4 numbers, and like, you know where to avoid. And if your stylist that you're thinking of going to is not there, then you're probably fine. Or hey, maybe not. That was my point too, is that this is not a one-time experience. The violence was. The threat of violence I've never had before. But the person that I had an appointment with yesterday is not the only person who acts like this. That's why there's a ton of women in my comments saying, this is why I do my own hair. I don't go to salons anymore because of blah, blah, blah. And it's really a shame that a lot of women feel that way. For all of you that say, if she doesn't post who it is, it didn't happen. I say this, if you weren't going to do X, Y, and Z, you better leave a review, blah, blah, blah. The video is my review. I know she's going to see it. I didn't yesterday, but I do now. I know she's going to see it. And that is my review. But here's the thing too. Her yesterday and a lot of these hairstylists don't have, it's not like they have a Google business, like a Google business page that I'm going to leave a review on. She's an Instagram hair braider, you guys. She don't got all that. But I did block her yesterday. I blocked her on Instagram because she freaked me out. Like I said in my video, I felt unsafe in her presence, in her salon, okay? Because it was like 3 of them, and it was one of me. Now, they were this big, but still. And I'm not a fighter. I don't tussle. So I think it's a little unfair to come on here and dogpile in the comments about how I need to be sharing who this person is when I've explained that she made me incredibly uncomfortable. And I'm supposed to call her out by name for what? Put myself in danger when I live in the same vicinity, like state. Not really. I don't live like right over there, but let's all work on mouth to mouth, word to word, referrals only, and maybe we'll have a better experience. But like I said, she was in Bronzeville. Look for the Sharpie on the door. And I'm gonna braid my own damn hair, okay? I have my friend that I work with offered to help me, so we'll see. But I am kind of getting like those girls in the comments that are like, I'm just gonna do it myself because I'm tired of waiting around. So I have absolutely had it with Atlanta hairstylists. This is how I'm leaving my appointment, unstyled. My hair is humpy as hell. I did have to flatten a little bit, but like it was like humpy as hell. Still kind of is. It's not styled. It's in its natural state. I just think that there is just something in the air in Atlanta. I just don't think that it's a real place. You stylists, like, it's just extremely disgraceful at this point. Like, my appointment is at 1 p.m. I pull up at 1 p.m. But as soon as I walk in the lobby, which is at like 1:01 p.m., I'm like, fuck, I forgot my hair. I'm looking at my phone and it says 1:04. I'm like, oh shit, it's already 1:04. I don't want to be super late to my appointment. So I text her and I'm like, hey, I'm here. She immediately responds, come to suite L or J or whatever. So I'm 4 minutes late to my appointment, which probably put a bad taste in her mouth already from first impressions. So that's on me. That could be the reason why I was treated how I was treated for the duration of my appointment. So when I got there, we got started right away. To my pleasant surprise, I was super happy. I was in such a good mood because I'm like, dang, I'm the only client in here. You know, I see somebody sitting in the chair, but it wasn't another client. It was the hairstylist. I was like, oh, you know, she's one of those. And she does washes. Like, what? You know, I was like, okay, you know, this might be the one. And I just don't know, like, why we can't have the good things. Like, why couldn't she be the one? Like, why did you have to ruin it? Like, why? So she's washing my hair. I'm not really going to talk about the nitty gritties, like how my back and my neck was about to break on the sink for you to be able to wash my hair. You know, need to fix that station where you wash your hair. But, you know, that's not at all why I had a bad experience. So I don't know what it was about the wash, but it made me really need to use the bathroom. I don't know if it was water and I've been drinking a lot of water, so I pee a lot, so I needed to use the bathroom. So as soon as I waited till, like, you know, she had a good break so that she's not like stopping her groove, because I know how that is. So I waited till, like, you know, there was a good break, a good pause where I could be like, can I get up and go to the bathroom? So I'm holding my pee since I sat down and started washing my hair. She blow dries my hair, and I'm like, okay, finally you're done blow drying your hair. She asked me what part I went. I said, I went on the left side, but can I please go use the bathroom really quick? She's already having an attitude, and I'm just like, I take that as a yes, I can. So I stand up. She takes the stuff off of me, and then I'm like, I've never been here before, where's the bathroom? And then she's like, make a left or a right, another right, straight down the hall. And I'm like, okay, thank you. You know, I can tell that she's irritated because I have to use the bathroom. So in my head, I'm like, just hurry up so that there's not an issue. Hurry up and go use the bathroom. So I'm rushing to the bathroom. I hurry up and go pee, and I come back, and then we get started. So she's like, so what part you want again? And I was like, a left part, kind of like a deep left part, but not too deep. And then, mind you, I'm facing the TV. There are mirrors behind me, so I'm not seeing shit. I don't see what part you're doing. I'm just feeling it. But just because I know myself, I know my hair, I know my hairline, and I know my edges. So there's a particular way that, or particular place that I want my part to be, just so that I can do my baby hairs how I normally do them. I'm not telling you how to do your job. I'm just giving you what my preference is as the customer. Like, I feel like I should be able to tell you what I prefer on my face, on my head. Like, I'm paying you to do me a service that I will enjoy, right? Wrong. So immediately when she makes the part, she immediately starts trying to braid. You know, I was like, dang, you're not gonna ask me if I like it. I didn't say this in my head. I was like, she's not gonna ask me if I like the part, whatever. So I didn't ask her if I can see it. I just pull my phone up so that I can just see it really quickly. When I pull my phone up, she's just like, you know, has an attitude. She puts her comb away. She stops doing what she's doing. She's just like standing there waiting for me to look at it. And then I quickly turn around to the mirror behind me so I can have a better look at it, you know, bigger picture, right? And I'm looking, and I'm like, this isn't normally where I didn't say anything. I'm just looking to see if I want it to be up a little bit more or stay where it is. And then I tell her this, and she's just like, okay, but I do this every day. Trust me, I know what you want. I do this every day. And I'm like, okay, it's just because, you know, where you parted it, I can tell where you parted it already that I won't have that baby here. And to my fucking surprise, that's exactly what ended up happening. Like, if you would have just listened to me, I would have loved my hair. I fucking hate it. She did not part it. Like, I wanted her to pull it up a little bit so I could fake pull them baby hairs. I call them adult hairs, but like, so I could pull those and, like, you know, make that into like a little soup. There's nothing for me to soup right here. My hairline does not work like that. So I'm just trying to tell her like how I personally want my hair so that I can enjoy it. But that was a problem. So she has a whole attitude. She starts telling me she does this every day. She was like, listen, if you're not comfortable with my work, you can leave. And I'm looking at her like, what? Like, where did this come from? Like, I'm literally like shocked. Like, I'm staring at her like what is happening right now, right? She's like, because clients like this, like, y'all start saying stuff in the beginning, and then you have something to say throughout the whole appointment, and then at the end you still don't like it. I don't have time for that. And I'm like, what is happening? I just want to tell you where I want my part. Like, what is the issue here? Like, and I tell her, like, I don't really appreciate you comparing me to other clients, because I would never do that to you. I'm not that type of client. And also, I do hair too, so I understand how that feels, which is why I would never do that to you. And I'm telling her this, and she's like, okay, well, I'm just saying, if you're not confident in my work, you can leave. Oh my goodness. I'm like, well, if I wasn't confident in your work, I wouldn't book with you. If I wasn't confident in your work, I wouldn't refer somebody to you. So I refer somebody to her that's coming in a couple of days. So I'm like, I like your work. It's just like, there's just a certain way that I like my hair done, and it shouldn't have to take away from your work, but I should also be able to tell you what my preferences are. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, after she said that, I'm just like, I'm not gonna say shit else. So we're sitting there, she's doing my hair, and she starts braiding my hair. She's braiding tight as fuck. Like, it feels like she's like plucking my hair out of my scalp. Like, she's braiding tight as hell. But I'm like, Lizzie, don't say anything, because she's gonna think that you're complaining again. Like, just don't say anything. So I'm sitting there going through the pain of getting my hair braided. And then after she braids my hair, right? Mind you, remember, I forgot my hair in the beginning. So the person that's bringing me my hair is like, hey, I'm outside. Can you come get it? I gotta go. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. I waited till she finished that braid. Well, I didn't even wait till she finished. When she was about to finish the braid, I said, when you finish this braid, can I go outside really quickly to get the hair? Because I forgot it at home. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells here. Like, I can't do anything. So a minute goes by, not even a minute, maybe 30 seconds later, she's like, is there any way that you could tell them to bring it inside? Because I can't keep taking all these breaks. If you go outside and get it, I'm just gonna have to cancel your appointment myself. Y'all, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't say anything. In my head, I'm just like, where am I? Like, what is this? This is not a real fucking place right now. Like, I can't step outside to go get hair. Like, what if I left the hair in my car? You was gonna cancel my appointment because I had to go get hair from my car? Like, this is ridiculous. So I call the person and I'm like, hey, I can't come outside and get my hair because she said she's gonna cancel my appointment. So can you come out? Can you come bring it? Mind you, I'm super irritated at this point. So come back for part 2.
Months before my wedding, a hairstylist completely ruined my hair, fried it off. I had to cut it to here for my wedding. So I thought I would do a little story time with you guys and tell you everything that happened while I straightened my hair. My first time using the straightener, I had a very small one that took me forever to straighten my hair. So Babyliss Pro actually sent me this one to use. So I'm excited to use it. For some reason in my dumb little mind, I wanted to go blonde. Okay, so I had spent months and months and months slowly going blonde, spending a lot of money. I made sure to start way before my wedding so that I could get to the perfect blonde and give my hair like the time that it needs. And I will add pictures in here of what my hair looked like before. Pretty similar to what it looks like now. My hair wasn't as thick, but I was slowly going blonde. My hair did end up getting pretty brittle. We did have to cut it to like here, I believe. And so it was my last appointment. She was dumping bleach on my head. Like when I say dumping, like thick layer of bleach all over my head. Then she sat me underneath a dryer forever. While I was sitting underneath the dryer, she never once came and checked on me, and she took another client while I sat there. Love to show before and after because it's always so crazy. The time that she comes back to me and takes care of me, it's like nighttime, honestly. Me and her were the last ones in that salon, and it was dark outside. The bowl, and she was washing my hair out. She was like, okay, I feel like your hair is a little bit brittle, and I just want to take care of it. So I'm going to put an Olaplex mask in it, and I want you to let it sit all the way until morning time. No worries. Ryan and I go home. We go to bed. We wake up, and we're getting ready. We need to take a shower because it's Easter morning, and we're going to go have Easter breakfast and everything and just spend Easter with his family. So Ryan and I get in the shower, and I just hear Ryan like gasp. I can see hair like coming out, whatever. Ryan is gasping. He's like, hey babe, is your hair supposed to look like this? And he was like, your hair is falling out. Like your hair is falling out. Is it supposed to look like this? So I was like, what? And I like felt the back of my head, and I was like, and I jumped out of the shower, and here is the picture of what my hair looked like. Freaking out. Ryan's like, I think that's the hardest I've ever seen you cry. And I was like, yeah. So I had wanted like blonde on top, a little bit of brown underneath. This was like early 2017. Okay. So when like that look was very cute and very in to have blonde on top, brown on the bottom, whatever. So I was like, oh, I would love that for my wedding, whatever. I was young. I was 18 years old, freaking out. So I sent her a text, of course, sitting here, and you're like, this hairstylist just fried her hair off. You just saw the picture. How much worse can this story get? Let me tell you. So I sent her a text message saying, my hair just fell out. My hair just fell out. I sent her a picture. Her response, yeah, I kind of thought that was going to happen. So you know what she does? She says, okay, well, we have to help you grow that back. So this is a shampoo and conditioner that I recommend. Go in here, choose this option, and buy it. Do you want to know what the shampoo and conditioner was? Monet. It was Monet. She conned me, fried my hair off, and then conned me into joining and buying Monet. Oh dear God, I was like, and at the time I didn't know. I had no idea what an MLM was. I had no idea that those even existed. I don't know. I was just freaking out that my hair fell out. And so I was like, I need to buy whatever I can to try to grow it back. I was texting her like, we have to figure something out because I get married soon. She's like, well, if you want to buy extensions, I can put them in. If I want to buy extensions? No, girl, you're buying extensions and putting them in my hair. I do get extensions put in. We do, like, she's like tones my hair so that we're not like, I'm like, I just can't be blonde and this ugly blonde and this brown. We're not going to be able to make this work. So and she's like, we just have to like, let's tone it all in color, which was just so ugly. Putting toner over broken blonde. I rocked those extensions for a while. And then I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, this is not doing anything for my broken hair. Went in and I said, cut all of the damage off. I have to just restart and we have to just deal with it. There's nothing I can do. And I walked out with my hair cut to here. The wedding, I had extremely short hair. I'm gonna put some pictures in here for you guys to see what I looked like. And please don't even try to gaslight me and tell me that I look good because I know I don't, okay? I know I don't. I must have a really good personality because Ryan obviously did not marry me for my looks. Hold on to this hair for dear life. Love you guys. Bye.
My level of irritation right now is at an all-time high. It's 10:54. I had a hair appointment booked for 10 a.m. The instructions on the confirmation say, when you arrive, text with your name and your appointment time and await confirmation text to come inside. So I sent that at 9:51. It's 10:55. So I've been sitting here for an hour. I never got a text back. I called. 20 minutes went by. I called again. I said, let me go inside to the actual suite because maybe she's caught up doing someone's hair that came in before me and can't get to her phone. I go to the suite. The door is locked, the blinds are down. I peek through, there's no one in there. I come back to the car. I call again, I leave a voicemail. I just called another 2 or 3 times. I checked her personal Instagram page, and 10 hours ago she posted, so I'm guessing she's at least still alive. I know that she recently had a death in the family. I even stopped to get her a bouquet of flowers. My hair looks insane underneath this scarf because I just took out a sew-in with leave out. So it's giving heat damage plus afro smushed underneath this scarf right now. I have 3 bundles and a 2x6 lace closure. My hair is not washed because a wash is included in the service. So at this point, I've paid a $50 deposit and I have now waited an hour and 5 minutes in this same spot and am actively being ghosted by this stylist sitting outside of the salon. This pisses me off so bad because, first of all, it's Saturday. Who am I finna find to do my hair today if she decides not to reach back out to me? 1. 2, I know that stuff happens, but how am I gonna express any form of empathy or patience if you do not communicate with me? Nothing has been said to me, and so now I'm sitting here with my hair not done, with the deposit paid, prepared to pay to have my hair complete. What am I supposed to do? And my thing is, stuff does happen, but nothing has been communicated to me, and this is my first time coming to this stylist. So it's like, y'all don't like the horror stories, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to customer service. Like, I am not an unreasonable person. I have a very high level of understanding for a lot of shit. But me sitting here with an afro and heat damage underneath this scarf, expecting to have my hair done in heavy layers with a 2x6 closure melted in my head, I am pissed. I am very much pissed. And now, not only am I out of time and money, and I have bundles with no way of getting them installed. It's the middle of the weekend. Like, this is the stuff that we be talking about. Like, how hard is it to be a person of your word? Like, I booked because you showed that you had the availability. If you were not available, that's something that I should have known, because now I'm sitting here and my time is at stake and my money is at stake. And at the end of the day, I just want my hair done.
Ooh, child, part 2. It's going to kind of be a long one. First thing I'd like to say is some of y'all are in my comments talking kind of crazy to me, and I'm just trying to figure out why. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. For the record, I just found a provider, booked a service, and did everything that I was supposed to do to have that service provided for me. I am new to Dallas. I've been here a year, and I have been to the African shops and gotten braids and had pleasant experiences, and I have gotten wig installs and have had pleasant experiences. This was going to be my first time getting a lace closure sew-in since I have lived here. So I found someone. I liked what looked like was their quality of work and their perceived professionalism, and I booked them on account of that. So it's people in my comments like telling me how I have to learn how to do my own hair and how I need to not be trying to go to Instagram stuff, all of these things. And it's just like, well, hold on, because none of that is the case. Like, I'm someone who I wanted a service. This isn't home for me. So it's not like I just have this group of old school stylists on retainer. That's not the case. This is social media. So as y'all can see, the same way y'all are dropping people in the comment section for me to find, that's basically the same route I've had to take to try and find people. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, people put themselves out there and you find them. That's how this works. So with that being said, did hear from the girl, and she told me she overslept, took some medicine last night, asked if I still wanted my hair done. I'm like, well, yeah, I still want my hair done. But then she sends me this message about how she is like moving salon suites and is doing hair out of her apartment this week, and how I needed to shampoo my own hair. So then I'm like, wait, so now not only is the like service that I thought I was gonna get, the service that I'm gonna be getting, but the location has now changed too. Like, y'all gotta keep in mind, I had already waited an hour and some change. So she's like, well, would you like to reschedule or a refund? And then she's like, oh, like, I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling well, I'm only human. I'm like, well, hold on now, because I understand that you're only human, but you have to understand that I'm only human as well. So it makes sense for me to be frustrated when 2 hours have passed since my appointment was supposed to start, and I'm just now finding out that, one, I need to shampoo and blow dry my own hair, and then two, the location has changed, so now I need to go somewhere else. Like, that's clearly an inconvenience. But let's keep in mind why I bought her the flowers. She just experienced grief. Like, I think the funeral was just like last week or something. And so I am a person of empathy, and I understand sometimes grief makes people not themselves. I also understand, though, that when you are a person in business, you still have a responsibility to uphold. The reason that I have not blasted her, as so many of y'all are encouraging me to do, is because of that fact. Because today I learned she wrecked her car and all these other things. And I don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but peep this. Her telling the truth or not is also not like my responsibility or my thing to deal with. If she's lying or anything, that's gonna come back on her. I'm just a girl who needs her hair done before today ends. So I will put my energy toward showcasing the young lady who is going to be doing my hair in a couple of hours. And once that is done, I will post her. But some of you are like, tag her, so we know who to avoid. But let's be honest, a lot of y'all really just want the drama, because y'all have said yourselves that you do your hair yourself. You don't even go get your hair done, or you stick to the reliable stylist that you've been going to, which means you only want me to post her so that it becomes a thing. And it's like, she already lost somebody. I am not trying to be the person who also causes her to lose her livelihood. Am I rocking with the way things went for me? Absolutely not. But the reason I did not tag her when I first made the post is because I wanted to give her the opportunity to try and rectify the situation. So now that I've given her that opportunity, and I have decided that I am just not going to go to her, I can bow out gracefully. But that is part 2. Part 3 will be when my hair is actually done this evening. And it's unfortunate, but like, yeah, I want some of y'all to watch how y'all be talking to me, though, because it's real love and light this way for the most part. But let's not too much on me. Thanks. Woo, child, part 3. Y'all, what an emotional day today has been. So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Kayla Alexandra, the young lady who ended up doing my hair today. In the midst of all the posting, all the commenting, she reached out, told me she could do my hair today. So I went to her. Super professional, super sweet spirit. And I want to make sure I call that out because I understand that right now with these posts, there's been a lot of energy focused toward all of the people who aren't giving us what we need. And so I just wanted to acknowledge that there are still people who exist that value customer experience and customer service and still have integrity and communicate well and are considerate. So I wanted to say that. And I want to put more energy toward that outcome than the previous one. I know that there are people that still believe that I should be tagging the service provider that inconvenienced me earlier today. I have chosen not to do that for a very specific reason. There are people who focus on matching energy. I am someone who focuses on protecting mine. I very much believe that my response is my responsibility. And while me reacting would have been warranted, in my opinion, it would not have been wise. So I had to be real with myself about my response and what it was actually going to bring me. It may have felt good to, let off some steam, to say how I was really feeling, to tell her about herself, but I just can't condone setting her up to have a bunch of y'all give her hate comments because yes, I feel like I had an unfortunate dealing with her, but at the end of the day, I'm past that and I found somebody that can be my service provider moving forward. So I just wanted to say that, like, not everything that you can do, you should do. And that's just the stance that I've decided to take. I understand you may not agree with it, but if that's the case, keep in mindful that you just need to be respectful. I have 3 bundles and a 2x6 closure. She ended up constructing a wig for me and sewing the wig down because she took a look at my hair and said, I'm gonna be honest with you, you have some breakage in the middle. It's not gonna be wise for us to do a sew-in. So I also appreciate someone who was willing to tell me no to what I wanted, to give me what my hair ultimately needed without compromising the appearance in the process. So that was a lot. I'm finna go get some wine and lay it down because I done spent the whole day trying to sort this out. I'm thankful that it's figured out. Thank you to everyone who took time to be sweet and nice to me. The rest of you who took an alternative route, I encourage you to check yourself and never me again. Good night.
Story time, how a Philly stylist played on my top. So it all started when I decided I needed my hair done. So I shopped with who I always shop with because I love her down so bad. She got the best hair for the lowest prices, never disappoints. And I'm a wig girly real bad. Like, I'm talking lace lieutenant. But this time I decided to try something different and get a quick weave because I got bundles. The only thing about it is I don't know how to do a quick weave. So now I got to go book with somebody. So the girl I get my hair from sent me like 10 different girls who do hair in Philly who either 1, did her hair, or 2, did some of her clients. I follow all of them because I need my hair done. I need that. I want that. I gotta have that. But I guess since it's tax season, nobody could take me because they're all booked up. Literally every single person I looked into was booked up. But on the 3rd day, one of the stylists finally posts, I have availability today, book with me. So I hurry up and get that appointment because, like I said, I need that. And I'm not going to lie, I give props where it's due. She was really nice and she started off really good. So I came to the shop with my hair in a little bun and I had high expectations. And like I said, she actually started off great. Like, she was eating down the melt and the plucking, everything was good. If I would have left it like this, I would have never been crying. So now we get to the edges and I tell her I want fluffy, dramatic edges. And she put my edges down, but they're like mad close together. And I'm like, hey, I actually don't want my edges that close together. But she says that after we melt it and after she combs it out and make them fluffy, that, they won't be that close together. And this is why they were melting. As you can see, still high hopes. Look at what a good sport I'm being. Then it just started getting dark for me. First, she unmelts the edges, combs them out, and she finishes them. And they're pretty cute swoops. But the only thing, they're like flirting with each other. They're like about to kiss. They're like this close together. And that's just not the kind of look I want. I know how I like my edges because I always do them how I like them. So I said, could you, just separate my edges a little? Because besides that, the install looked pretty good. Since I was vocal on how I wanted them and how I didn't like them, I didn't think I would really have to say anything else for the rest of the appointment. I thought we would be on the same page. So I just let her do what stylists do because I didn't want to be a micromanager. Nobody likes a micromanager. But then she finishes my edges, finishes my hairstyle, spins me around, and shows me what I look like. Bro, my edges are still so fucking close together. And it's like, at this point, I feel played with. Because I could have did my own hair and made it look cute. Or, worst case scenario, I could have fucked my own shit up and not paid no money to fuck my shit up. Fucked it up for free. Back to the story. I'm like, can you make my edges like a little more further apart? They're too close together. She starts plucking them, and I'm not facing the mirror at this point. And then she spins me around again, and now my hairline is receded as fuck. I'm like stage 3 balding. Like, it's ridiculous. But I'm a non-confrontational person, so I kind of was reluctant to say anything until I wasn't. I said, hey, could you make this a side part? Because I don't like the way this looks. Like, literally, hold on. Look how big my forehead is right here, bro. My real hair starts right here where the Frenchie is. Why is my wig hairline, my frontal hairline, all the way back there? And look at the color. I didn't even get into that yet. Because I could fix that. That's an easy fix. But I can't grow the hair back on the front of my frontal. She talking about, no, I can't fix your hair. I can't change it to a side part because I have an appointment to get my hair done now. So I didn't realize how bad it really was, and I let her take pictures of me. So now I'm watching her watch me not like my hairstyle. And now the taking the pictures, I feel like I'm being taunted. You got this ring light in my face, your phone behind it, and you know my hair is fucked up, bro. You know you're never going to post these. You're going to use these pictures to laugh at me. So she gets done her photo shoot, and I'm kind of reluctant to say something to her about me not really liking my hairstyle. Until I wasn't. Because I said, hey, could you just, give me a side part? Because I'm not feeling this. I don't like this. I don't like the way this looks. And plus, I have 2 photo shoots this week. She then proceeds to tell me, no, I actually can't do your hair because I have an appointment to get my hair done now. And at first, fixing it tomorrow sounded good to me, but then I decided I wanted to walk home from the hair salon because it wasn't that far from where I live. And on my walk home, I just get into looking at it and really taking a good, full view, a full detailed look. And that's when I started breaking down and realizing, wow, my hair is so ugly. And then for y'all to sit up and say, oh, you should have said something. I don't know why you're telling us. You should have told the stylist. I did several times. I cried about it. I told her. I said, I don't like it close together. I don't like the receded hairline. I want a side part. I don't like this. And I didn't get what I wanted. So I did what any non-confrontational person would do and cry. Then I finally got home. I did the ugly cry the whole walk home. People was thinking like somebody really did something to me, but somebody did really do something to me. I didn't pay almost $600 for my hair to be fucked up and for me to not have a middle part. To make a long story short, she sent me half my money back, so I won't be tagging her like hair page or anything because, she could at least do that much. And I have a new appointment to get my hair done tomorrow because I still don't like how this looks, how it's white, how it's still kind of balding. You know, this is not how I like my side parts to be. I like my side parts to eat. And I really want a middle part with the bust down. And I was literally going to start making videos on, you know, how different people do my hair. And this was hell of a first video. Like, I did not expect to be in shambles on my first experience getting my hair done by somebody else. Last thing, then y'all talking about learn how to do your own hair. This is how I do my 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 hair. But yeah, that's the end of the story. Bye.
I don't know why I thought that I was exempt from all the stuff these stylists be putting people through in Houston, Texas, but I'm not. So as you can see, my hair is not done. It's actually blow dried. It's only blow dried. And it's because, like, as y'all know, like, it's silk press season. Like, a lot of people's appointments were already booked, that mandatory silk press. So anyways, I booked a silk press, even though it's 85 degrees in Houston. And I go to the appointment. It's good vibes. Like, I walk in there or whatever. It's a salon setup, so it's like shoulder to shoulder. But like, I was like, okay, it's nostalgic. Like, I thought that was fine. I go in there. The lady's nice enough. I had to wait for like 3 minutes. No big deal. I was a little early. She takes me to the bowl. She's talking to me. Conversation is cool. But I do notice she's like scrubbing. Like, she's really in my head, like, in one spot too. It's not like she was moving it around. And I did notice it was a little more forceful than usual. But like, I grew up in like a kind of beauty is pain kind of mindset. So like, I was like, okay, like, as long as she don't stay in the same spot, it'll be fine, like, whatever. So anyway, she keeps going. She shampoos me 3 times with the same amount of force. I'm like, all right, sis, like, move around a little bit. But I don't say nothing. Like, I'm trying to enjoy the experience. Everyone knows that getting your hair shampooed is supposed to be relaxing. But anyways, she puts the conditioner in and sits me under the dryer. I'm like, okay, sitting under the dryer. I don't feel any pain or nothing like that. And then the dryer goes off, and so I come to tell her. She's like, I gotta wait for the bowl. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I go back to sit under the dryer that's now on. No big deal. I go back to the bowl. She's rinsing me out, and I do notice a sensation that's not like everybody knows the water is cold, but it does feel a little like, whoa, like, okay. But she's like, hey, do you notice, like, there's a red spot in your head? And in my head, I'm like, no, because, and I tell her, I'm like, no, and that doesn't really make any sense because I just had a wig on, and I had wig braids, and I had that wig for like 3 to 4 weeks, which means I wasn't touching my hair. Like, okay, you get me. So anyway, she's like, okay, I'll show you when we get back to the chair. I'm like, okay. We get back to the chair, and she takes a picture on my phone and shows it to me. And she's like, yeah, this is what it looks like. And I'm going to show you guys the pictures probably at the end. But anyways, she's like, this is what it looks like. So then she calls a lady, and it's like this red spot, but it doesn't look like anything too crazy. And she calls the lady over from across the salon, and she's like, look at her head. And the lady's like, oh, like, what happened? And she's like, all I did was shampoo her. And the lady immediately goes, oh, so you must have shampooed her too hard. She's like, well, no, it's not for me. It looks too inflamed. Okay, so the lady's like, yeah, she wants like a silk press with clip-ins, like whatever. The lady who was doing my hair. And the other lady's like, well, just don't put the clip-ins there. Like, all right, see you later, peace out, leaves. So then she blow dries me, and like the blow dry did look even better than this when I left, but like she blow dries me like I'm about to get a silk press. And I still wasn't feeling any pain at this moment. And then after she finished blow drying, she's like kind of digging in my head. She asked me what kind of part I want. That's why this part is here. And she's like, she starts making noises, like super passive, not passive aggressive. And she's like, oh. But I ignore her because if you're not talking to me, you're not talking to me. Like, I can tell she's trying to get my attention, but at the end of the day, say what you need to say. So I ignore her. Then she calls over the lady next to her. The lady comes over and she's like, oh, you can't surface her. Mind you, they're talking about my head. They're talking about my head, but nobody's talking to me. So then the lady's like, the other lady leaves, and she's like, yeah, it just keeps bleeding, so like I can't do your hair. Mind you, keep bleeding is crazy because the original picture, it wasn't bleeding. Also, mind you, I came in with a healthy set of hair. No damage, no nothing like that. So like, for it to even be a thing is already crazy. So I'm sitting there and I don't answer her. And she's like, Did you hear me? And I did, but I was trying to be so respectful. So I'm trying to think through everything to myself. Because one, we're in a salon culture. There's a lot of people here. There's children getting their hair done. Like, I would have gained nothing by causing a scene, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay. So then, you know, I get my wallet, because at this point you said you can't do my hair. So I'm about to like get up, because there was no interaction that would have been respectful and like would have got her to change her mind. That's what I was telling myself in my head. So anyways, that happens, and then I'm like, well, do you want me to pay you, I guess, for washing my hair? She's like, well, you paid a deposit, baby. Just go about your way. Right. So anyways, I get in the mirror, I do this to my head, and I walk out, and everyone's staring at me, and I can tell it's uncomfortable because I'm walking out with a blow-dried head of hair. So anyways, I get in the car, I'm about to cry. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, this is what happened, yada, yada, boom. She's like, give me the number, I'll call them. She calls them, and she's like, hey, like, this is the situation. What are y'all gonna do for my baby? And they're like, well, truthfully, we cannot do anything because there is an open wound on her head. Like, we cannot help her. And my mom's like, okay, but what is she going to get from this? Like, it can't just be like, go about your way. Like, so they're like, well, the lady who did her hair stepped out to lunch, but I'm gonna call her, or I'm gonna talk to her, and then we're gonna call you back. Mind you, they still haven't called my mama back. This all happened about an hour ago. So they still haven't called my mama back. I told my mom, I said, you need to call them if they don't call you back. She said, oh, trust me, I know. So anyways, also the lady on the phone was like, but tell that baby to get some Neosporin. And that's what really blew me, because sure, thanks for the tip. There's a wound in my head, and y'all, like, if you know anything about getting your hair done, it's already so like heavy for black girls and stuff like that. And the only people to ever give me a silk press have been my aunts who have hair salons back home in Oklahoma. So it's like I'm already like stepping out of my way to let someone give me a silk press, which is already so intimate, because we all know the wig girls just braid your hair down. So like there's nothing intimate about that. Like, you can't really do me wrong when you braid my hair, like, not for real. So I'm letting you wash my hair and silk press me out, and you hurt me. You literally damaged my head, and I've done so much to have healthy hair, like all this stuff, and it's still, you know, on its own journey. But like, that lady hurt me, and all she gave me, my mom said, is all she gave you was a half-ass sorry. And that's what she did. She said sorry and asked me if I can come back on Monday, which is like, I work, so like whatever. And I'm really not trying to bash anybody, but I just feel like that's so ridiculous. And if anything, like, don't let these people play in your head. Like, if something feels off, like, say something. And that goes for the people who think they're just so respectful. Like, I was trying to be so respectful of the space and of her and be so kind. But at the end of the day, there is an open wound in my head. So all I can say, y'all, is be careful when you're going to get your hair done. Like, do your research. That's what I thought I did, child. But do your research. And if something feels off, don't let them people play in your head. So I guess I just won't have my hair done for a week, and that's a long time for me. So while my head heals, but okay, I realized I didn't show y'all the pictures, but this is when she said there's a red spot in your head. So that was the first picture. And I saw that and I was like, okay, like, it looked concerning, but like nothing too crazy. This is when she said it won't stop bleeding. That lady made me bleed, y'all. Like, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. And then it kept bleeding. Like, we had to, like, put pressure on it. I am in the Target parking lot right now. I'm going to go try to put something in it. But I had plans, so.
I done got. Y'all, so let me tell y'all how my hairstylist left to go do somebody else's hair at a whole different location, and then never came back, never texted me, never finished my hair, nothing. And this is all I got. So mind y'all, this is my friend. So basically, I asked my friend, because she do a trade with me, and she been asking me for extra small knee length knotless. So I'm like, if she want that hairstyle, I might as well get the same hairstyle too, because I know she gonna want that hairstyle, because she wanted to trade. She been saying she gonna come to me for him. She just gotta, you know, like, get herself together and she could come get them. So she like, yeah, we could do a trade. And I'm like, okay, what about the 11th? She like, yeah, we could do the 11th. But then she like, 12 should be fine. And then she stopped texting back. So I asked her, like, I'm asking her, like, can we do this time? And like, do we have to do a half a day? Like, I'm trying to, like, get all the information about the appointment, you know? I'm trying to, and she stops texting back. Mind you, we're texting on Monday. My appointment's supposed to be Thursday. She don't text back all week. Thursday morning, I text her, like, so I'm assuming you're not doing it. And my thing is, like, if you weren't doing it, you didn't want to do it, like, you could have said that. This should have been my first red flag when she told me that
Like, what, she didn't tell me anything is the way that should have been my first red flag. So boom, she's like, but yeah, I can still do today. I'm sorry, like I just been at work, which is understandable, but you can still communicate. It take 2 seconds to pick your phone up and say you don't want to do it. Like, you feel me? I'm like, yeah, we can meet up at the shop and you could do my hair, whatever. She's like, okay, are you driving? Like, basically she need me to come pick her up. Okay, that's no problem. Mind you, like I said, this my people's. Oh well, like we cool or whatever. Like, we've been getting to know each other as friends. Like, we ain't close or nothing like that, but we've been getting to know each other.
Y'all called me to experience the Houston hairstylist that y'all be talking about. So I thought I was gonna get me a silk press and a trim today. That's me worshiping in the car. I just knew today was gonna be a great day. Like, I booked my appointment in advance. This is me telling y'all I'm on time for my appointment. I got there 5 minutes earlier. And yeah, I was excited. I was so excited. Getting to the suite was fairly easy. I thought the doors was locked, but she really sent me the code. So I went up to her floor. She was on time. I was thankful for that. We had a really good conversation. Everything was going good, right? She washed my hair real good. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all, I'm just so stressed even doing this. Like, everybody hates being under the dryer. I was trying to make the best of it, right? So this where it started getting shaky. Y'all see my hair, right? I was getting a trim. She knew that. She knew I was getting a trim, y'all. So this one I knew I effed up. Like, look at my face. Like, I'm like, this feels like way too much hair for it to be a trim, right?
Oh my god. Why you did that? Why would you do that?
This me trying to laugh through the pain. Like, I literally wanted to cry, bro. Like, at this point, it was no turning back. So, of course, I had to finish the hairstyle. No, she did not give me a refund. No, she did not take anything off the appointment. Like,
My Shayla.
at this point, I was just trying to make the best. I'm really trying not to cry right here, as y'all can see. Like, oh, I was so stressed, y'all. Like, who asked for this? Like, but since it was there, I guess I just had to embrace it. And yeah, I won't be going back. Y'all. So after she straightened it and I looked in the mirror, I said, you might have ate with this. I will be coming back